Hello Libra, and welcome to your 2024 yearly reading. This is for placements in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So if you have placements in other signs, please watch those corresponding videos to get your overall picture. We're going to go ahead and grab several different cards for each month of 2024. We're covering overall energy, finance, career, love, and general advice. As you can see, I do not have any of your cards on the table as of yet, so please allow me to get those and I will rejoin you for your reading. Alright Libra, I am back, and I will say most of your cards are in the month of December, so apparently that is a noteworthy month. We'll see how the year shapes up when we get there. So January, what is your January like? No place like home. Huh. And I get the sense that that's literal, no place like home. I get Wizard of Oz vibes. You know, the ruby slippers and clicking the heels. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. It's like you're wanting to be home more, enjoy being home more. I kind of think that maybe you've been working or doing things outside the home all the time, so you're very limited on enjoying the amount of time that you are actually at home. And what I mean is being awake and able to be comfortable in your own home rather than just sleeping in your own bed and then having to get up and go through the humdrum. So we'll see how that goes. Finances. Ooh, we have the 10 of Cups. Well, that's a good thing. I will let you know that a lot of the other signs that I've already done for 2024, usually, you know, we're not in the greatest financial circumstances at the beginning of the year. Not with all the holiday spending and bill paying. You, however, have the 10 of Cups. Yay! So, good on you for managing your finances and having a budget and sticking to it. And you're very well at managing. Cause and effect. You know very well how to make all that jive, and you are clearly successful at that. So go you. Career, 10 of Wands. There we go. There's the no place like home energy. You're tired, you're overworked, you're, you know, on the go all the time. So you really just want to not be at work, or not have to be so overloaded, so stressed, so tired, and spend more time at home. Maybe not necessarily needing a vacation, or can leave work long enough for a vacation, but you're wanting your home, the comfort of your home, the silence, the quiet, the comfortability, and yes, your bed, and being able to enjoy it. And I get the sense of family too, for those of you that have family waiting on you. Love, we have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, you are not planning much of anything, and I feel that's because you don't have the free time. You literally don't, because you'd be spending more of it at home, and you wouldn't regret not having enough time at home or not enough time with family. So going out there looking for Mr. and Mrs. Right, no, you don't have enough time for that. Going on, you know, a first date or a second date with somebody that you swiped the correct direction on, that, hey, said, you know, hey, you want to go get a drink sometime? Yeah, you don't have time for that. Spending time with your spouse or significant other, you're probably going to be very limited on that. It's the beginning of a new year. You've got a lot of things on your plate. You've got a lot of things to tackle. You have that to-do list. And unfortunately, clicking your heels 3 times and repeating, there's no place like home. Even if you try it, it's not going to get you what you need. So, try to get as much sleep and, drink water, take care of yourself the best you can. And our general advice, we have the 7 of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, don't run from the problem. Don't run from the problem. So just tackle what you need to tackle. Don't procrastinate. So if you've got a lot of things going on at work, they're time sensitive, what have you, hence why you're overloaded, maybe you lost a whole bunch of staff, don't run from that issue. Knock it out of the park, get it done. Stand and face the issue. Deal with it. Okay. We're gonna keep moving on. Let's see what February holds for you. Building blocks. Ooh. I actually like this card because that means we're getting somewhere. Even if it's, step by step, which can be, yes, excruciatingly slow, but we're getting somewhere. Things are moving. They're coming together in some format, even if we can't necessarily see it. So, finances. We have a Strength card in the reverse. Okay. Yeah, maybe needing to build back finances. I get the feeling that your finances dropped. So that leaves you a little uncertain. You're not as comfortable as you were the previous month. So we're going to move on from that energy. Career, we have the King of Wands. Oh yes, look at you. Getting stuff done. Things coming together. You got your feet underneath you now. And, you're off to the races. Love, we have the 5 of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so the previous month, if you did not get enough time with your significant other, your spouse, what have you, now you're going to have an easier time of it. That's not going to be such a conflicting thing. There's, no conversations about you burning the midnight oil or working overtime. Why don't you have enough time for me? There's none of that. You're good. And unfortunately, if you are single or dating, well, now you have some free time because your schedule is not conflicting with the opportunities to do that. So you can go out and see what comes up of it. And general advice, we have the 4 of Swords. Don't forget to take care of yourself, though. I will say that. You were so much on the go and overburdened the previous month. We had obstacles, roadblocks, but being tired all the time. Now we're moving full long ahead, but at the same time, just because things are less stressful and they're coming easier, you can still burn yourself out, wear yourself down, simply by throwing and giving away all your energy, putting all your effort into it all the time, without giving yourself breaks, without resting, without proper sleeping. So remember to build back your health, to take care of you. Maybe, get some me time. Or make sure you rest so you can get that opportunity with family, the important people. March, we have To Be Fair. And of course, this is your card in this deck. Card that represents Libra. And I just get honest, okay? We're gonna see what else is in here and see how that plays into this. Finances, we have the Eight of Cups in the reverse. Okay, well, I will say this. As much as finances aren't moving on and moving up, they're not moving down either. Eight of Cups just means you're right where you were the previous month. So, no change. And as much as you lacked confidence in the month of February, you're just coasting. It's the same flow, same balance for the month of March, and that's totally acceptable. Career, we have the Ace of Swords. Okay. Oh. It's not an honest idea. If you have ideas being thrown around, perhaps projects being proposed, new ways of doing things, new policies, you might actually be giving your 2 cents, your honest opinion on those as they come up. Like somebody decides to pitch an idea in a meeting and you have to pipe up and go, hey, hold on, wait a minute. That is not a viable idea for our company. That is not our field of expertise because of X, Y, and Z. And that's an honest, truthful opinion. Okay, we're gonna move right along. We have the Two of Swords in the reverse for love. Okay, so if you have been single and haven't been trying to get out there, this might be the month where you decide to do that. If you have been dating and you've been dating several people and none of them really have seemed to be one that you want to continue dating or put a label on it, this might actually be the month you do that. Okay, so maybe you're being honest with yourself about what you want, or at least about your options, your choices. Okay, and for some of you, now that it's coming up, it's probably for the last group of you, those that have a significant other or are married. Previous choices that you left undecided. Perhaps somebody proposed something to you to do later, asked something of you. You're now making that choice. You can honestly give them an answer now. So say your spouse asked you if you should get a new car. You know, the other one's getting old, it keeps breaking down. Maybe they asked you if it's time yet to get a new car. And you went, oh, I'm not sure about that. Not sure it's a good market to buy a car. Let me look into it. Maybe now's the time you can come back and give them the honest answer. So please take that as it resonates. Our general advice, the Devil in reverse. Yes, we are relinquishing things, hence the honesty. We are not lying to ourselves. We're not lying to others. We're seeing things actually very clearly, and speaking very clearly. So any illusions that we had is not there. We're being fair to ourselves, fair to others. So yeah, with that, the illusions just kind of fall away, along with a lot of the obstacles as well. April. We have time for a nap in the reverse. And I'm getting go time. I don't know what that is, but time to go, or yeah, go time. Okay. We have finances. Judgment. Hey. So this is going to be a month where there's certain important things that you're either buying or spending on. And for some of you, this is literally you spending for a vacation. Go time. You know, you come up with the money financially to go on a vacation, to travel, and you have the money to do that. Hey. Maybe it's a day trip. Maybe it's, you know, somewhere extravagant. I'm not entirely sure on that. They're not giving me more. So take that as it resonates. Career. We have the Knight of Wands. You might be Johnny on the spot. Okay. Perhaps you're having to take a little bit more of a forefront role at work. That puts you, Johnny, on the spot, you know, kind of in the hot seat. Having to, you know, move all the pieces around. Go time. Love. We have the Two of Wands in the reverse. Well, I can definitely say love life is probably not your first priority. Love is not your first priority. It's not your main area of focus at this current point in time. Okay. I don't want anything else for that. So, general advice. We have the Page of Wands in the reverse. Okay. Not everything is going to be actionable at once. Repetition. Okay. Some things will be easier because you've done them before. You can breeze right through them. But at the same time, beware of areas where you're not seeing movement, where you're not taking action, particularly your love life. So if you do have somebody, don't forget them. Remember to give them attention too. Especially if you're very busy with your money, if you're busy in your career, make sure you give the important people attention too. Okay, May. We have flexible in the reverse. Oh. We're not quite as adaptable this month. Okay. Wrong way. Okay, so maybe there's something here. You have a choice, or you're tasked with doing something and you go the wrong way. Whether it's because that's something that you knew, you know, something you're familiar with, and that's the wrong way. It's not the way it needs to be done, or it's not the right choice. Okay, we're going to get into the rest of this, see how that goes. Finances. 9 of Swords. Okay, yeah, wrong way. Wrong way. We were doing fairly good with finances. We were, you know, mitigating damages. We were making sure that we were staying above board, or at least breaking even. We had balance. And now we have the 9 of Swords. We're stressed out. Oh, yes. And we really kind of want to get off the ride. Wrong way. So we probably had a moment where maybe we invested wrong, or we applied our money to something that was not important, or was not as it seemed on the surface. Alright, I'm going to move on from that energy. Career, we have the 5 of Swords. We went from being headlong and moving and things being pretty well on the up and up, moving freely, and all of a sudden, and now we have chaos. You knew it had to rear its ugly head at some way, at some point in time, in some way. So, wrong way, wrong way. We're going spiraling down into the negative, it seems like, for this month. So, we're going to see how the rest plays out. The World and the reverse. For some of you, this is you not holding up your end of the bargain, or not completing something somebody asked you to do. Like, say you have the honey to-do list and something needed to be done on time and you failed to do that. You were supposed to, you know, maybe pick up the kids at soccer practice after work and you forgot to pick up the kids. Yeah, there's a feeling of not doing the right thing, of not holding up your part, something falling through. For those of you that are single, perhaps you had a goal of transitioning from single to at least dating, and that did not hold up. Because I get something that's not complete, not whole. Okay. I'm going to detach from that energy. General advice, 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, all of this is lacking some forte. We're being rigid. We're going the wrong way. There's no adaptability here. So having to make a lot of pivots, a lot of changes is not going to come easy. Okay, so there's tons to work on all across the board. And the best thing we can do for ourselves is to try new things, to, you know, be able to pivot and move in different directions as is required. Especially if we're asked to go outside our comfort zone, or we're asked to go outside our regular routine. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and leave that there. And June. Yang. Okay. Divine masculine energy. Which means we've got energy. And it means we're doing a lot of things. We're managing a lot of things. A lot of drive and ambition. So that's great, especially if we're placing it in the correct area. Granted, in the previous month we had tons to work on. So this would indicate, or at least hopefully indicate, that yes, we now have the energy to tackle the things we need to tackle. So let's see by the end of the month how things work out for you. Finances, we have the Tower. Okay. I kind of like that. Because you went from worrying, Nine of Swords, stressing out, and now we have a Tower. So we're getting things organized better. We're getting the idea of, okay, maybe we need to save more. Maybe we need to safeguard more. Maybe, you know, be aware of bigger expenditures. Or if you're married and you have a shared bank account, maybe it's, hey, honey, next time you buy something, go ahead and text me. That way I know where our balance is. That way the card doesn't, you know, tell me that I have $50 when I'm trying to buy something that's like $70. So, you know, that's a good thing. And we'll see how that continues the rest of the year. Work, we have the Nine of Cups in the reverse. Okay, you were hoping for things to be less chaotic, to be more sorted, to be more peaceful, more at least at ease. Whether that's for a workload, whether or not that's your employees or co-workers or business partners, getting along better. You were hoping for things to progress a bit more from the previous month, and unfortunately that is not there yet. Working on it though. Working on it. Love, we have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Okay. For those of you that are dating, you're probably stepping back from dating. Things are not going well at work. You're trying to sort out your finances. So you're literally stepping back going, okay, instead of dating and going and having a date night twice a week, can we do that like once a week? Those of you that are married, you may be in a little bit of a rough patch, a little bit of a lull when it comes to, you know, showing your partner, significant other, spouse, the love, for lack of better phraseology here. So maybe a little bit lower sex drive, maybe not being quite so forward in that area. For those of you that are single, as much as you are out and looking, you're not all that thrilled with what you see or the people that you meet. So if you go on a blind date or, you know, you get set up, you run into other people, and as much as they seem okay, none of them really catch your eye. Okay, advice. The Tower. We have the Tower twice in your finances and your overall advice. Okay. So things, it feels like things could shift at any moment. Especially in your work. It's like it's not as you hoped, but it's like almost only one thing will set off a chain reaction and things will sort itself out. So yeah, things are shifting around. You're doing your part for the most of it, what you can. And knowing what that is half the battle. And they're pointing out the lightning bolt in the Tower. So pay close attention to the ideas that come up for you this particular month. Because I don't see this as a bad Tower for your finances. So perhaps you do get an idea of what to do with your money, and it's a good one for you to take action on. At the same time, in love, getting the idea that the person in the blind date across from you on the table is not somebody you're interested in. Having that idea, having that realization to go, okay, we're done here. It is a time saver. It saves your energy. And that might require an action from you to let the other person know of, okay, I've seen all I need to see. All right, July. Not for you. Okay. This card always either comes up with big disappointments or being protected from something most of the time. And I feel like maybe you're being protected from something. So, that's probably a good thing. Because, yeah, protection is often kind of after rejection of some sort or a door slamming in your face. But you're better off with the disappointment of, oh, I didn't get that. Because it'd be far much worse later on. So we're going to see what's here. Finances. We have the Five of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you're testing certain things. Trying new things. And for anyone that does, like, say, the stock market, you might be trying a new type of stock from a company to see how it goes, or dipping your toe into new financial investments just to see, okay, is this really my stick or no? Because, yeah, you'll find out which one is or isn't in that case. Career, we have the Empress in the reverse. Wow, if you are somebody that has a job that requires creativity or, or an artistic side, maybe you do graphic design or something like that, or maybe you're just a painter, whatever. You're gonna find out that this is not the most inspirational month for you. You're not going to find that comes easy. For those of you, the environment that you're in at work is not a nurturing one. So the chaos that we saw 2 months ago, well, guess what? It's still not perfect. It's still not what you hope for. So it's not 100%. Love. Okay, Three of Wands for love. Yeah, some of you are going to realize that there's no growth. There's no real true connection with somebody. So you're going to leave that person behind, whether that is a new person or the person that you're with. For others, you're going to realize that your relationship is a little bit strained. You're kind of growing apart a little bit. Maybe you're not spending as much time together. You're not giving your romance, love life, the focus or prioritizing it at a high level enough. So you're noticing that distance. But for most of you, this is, dating, whatnot, realizing that person is not for you. It's a relationship that's not going anywhere. So, general advice, we have Justice in the reverse. Yeah, if it's not bringing you happiness, if it doesn't give you anything back, if it's not, working in your favor, then it's not meant for you. Not for you. Try elsewhere. Try again. Go fish. Okay. Yeah, you might feel tested with your finances. Work is not the most healthiest environment nor most inspirational environment at this time. And yes, some of you may be finding the dating pool lacking. And I just realized my light shut off. Hold on. There we go. Probably brighter now. Okay. So let's see what August is like. The rest of summer. Why? Okay. They're not giving me anything right offhand, so I'm going to go ahead and get all our cards out and go from there. Finances. We have the Seven of Pentacles and the reverse. Yeah, things are not improving. The attempts that you made, the adjustments, things you were testing before, you're not seeing results. So you're probably questioning why. Why isn't this working? Why haven't I got, the payback? Why haven't I, tripled my investment yet? Career, or the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, some disappointment. You don't take as much joy in your work as you have previous. We already mentioned, the chaos, the strife, all the way to the less than stellar nurturing environment. So you're a little dissatisfied with that, a little fed up. So you might be asking yourself, why am I staying here? Why do I bother? Why do other people have to make it so difficult? Why don't I enjoy this as much as I did previous? So some important questions. Love, the Sun card in the reverse. Yeah. For those of you that realized there was distance between you and your significant other or your spouse, or if, they're unhappy with you and you're getting an earful, you may be looking at things going, why? And seeing how you've gotten there. For those of you that are single, if you're unhappy with your status, or unhappy with your ability to change your status, just remember one thing. Ask yourself this. Instead of asking why, ask yourself this. Are you happy? If the answer is yes, well, by all means, it's all hunky-dory. Now, if the answer is no, here's the follow-up rhetorical question. What are you going to do about it? I'm going to leave that there. General advice, the world in the reverse. Yeah, a lot of things are very much unresolved, and part of that's, a lot of things seem to be shifting. They seem a little bit uncertain, hence where you're asking why, where you're having that inquisitive nature, trying to get to the bottom of things, to have an ending, to have a closure, to move on. Instead, you may feel a little bit like August is a month where you're doing and you're repeating and you're not getting anywhere very fast. And a lot of that is going to be because of circumstances outside our control. Let's see if September's better. Co-create in the reverse. Okay. Tools. Okay, so maybe we're not using the things that we have to the best of our ability. Or we're forgetting certain things in our toolkit that we can utilize. Maybe for getting some resources, for getting some valuable things here. So let's see how this plays out. The Knight of Swords in the reverse. I actually kind of like that, because if we don't know new ways to create revenue, then at least with the Knight of Swords in the reverse for finances, we're slowing down. So we're slowing down on our spending. Because evidently the incoming is not coming as fast as we wish. So slowing down and being aware of what's outgoing is at least suitable and an acceptable response. The Tower reversed for career. Yeah, things aren't changing. We're still dissatisfied with work. It's still not the best environment. We're not pleased with it. And you might still be wondering how you can fix it, or if it's something that you can actually fix, or if it'd be better to move on. But for right now, you're still where you're at. Things are unchanging for the circumstances, so here we go. We'll see how long it takes to break that cycle. Either things sort themselves out, or perhaps you move on. Love, we have the Nine of Wands in the reverse. Well, for those of you that are married or have a significant other, or like I said, in a circumstance to where you are living with the person, you are saying, I feel like you lose an argument here. That maybe there's an argument or a conversation that doesn't add value, and I get the feeling like you don't have the legs to stand on. So you lose the argument. Whether that is, the self-defeated attitude, self-sabotaging tendencies rearing its ugly head there. But yeah, I feel like you lose an argument here. For others, this is you realizing that perhaps it's time to recreate boundaries, because apparently you have a few that aren't that great. Which that might actually be what the argument's about. Perhaps there is an overstepping of a boundary, and it's a poor boundary created by you that needs to be recreated, and you haven't done it yet. And somebody crosses it. So please take that as it resonates. And general advice, we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. No big surprise. We're not thrilled with our finances. Things at work are not improving for the time being. And if we're in a relationship, that seems to be a little touch and go, a little rocky. And for those of you that are single, of course, in love, you're trying to drop that guard, drop that wall, to be vulnerable enough to connect to somebody else. And unfortunately, that might be there. You might hesitate to do that from emotional baggage from a previous relationship. And it makes you uncomfortable to do that, to allow somebody in. Okay. And yes, I just picked that up backwards. Let me fix it. There we go. That won't annoy me. Okay, October. The Fates, hey! And they're actually showing me the big star. So, star energy. So we'll see how much that renewed faith, things aligning, things having a big breakthrough, getting your wish granted here. Because we had a lot of rocky patches through different things so far in the year, and we're at October, so we still have 3 months to go. So we'll see where this break is. Finances, the King of Swords, and the reverse. Okay. So either we are making some poor decision making when it comes to our finances, or perhaps legalities just really aren't in our favor, whether that is, you know, poor contracted work, you know, loss of commissions that we would have contractually had, or we literally can't see a way of making improvements. It's just, it's not clicking yet. Career, death, okay. So, for the uncomfortable situations at work, that is now coming to an end. So, the fates have intervened, and now we are swinging back the other way. For some of you, though, this is you literally leaving your job and attempting new. But for the majority of you, this is literally that unnurturing, uncomfortable situation, the strain in the workplace easing up, which is lovely to see. And love, we have the Ten of Wands in the reverse. Oh, yes. So, for those of you that are single and looking, things are getting out of your way, so you can find the time and hopefully the right opportunity to, you know, meet new people, to hopefully find one that is worth it, you know, to get yourself out there. For those of you that are, you know, having a significant other or a spouse, the pressure is now coming off. The workplace is improving. So, of course, that means a rebalance. Things are going to get easier at your home life because you're not stressing about work. Share. Oh, okay, so maybe you're sharing more of the burdens at home, in your, you know, personal life, your concerns, the issues. So kind of taking the lid off the pot, you know, letting some pressure out, venting a little bit, unloading yourself for a bit. That way the other person understands where you're coming from. That way you can just have that, yeah, that breakthrough moment to make it easier, so they understand and you're all on the same page. And then you can get back on to more important things, because then that obstacle, all that stress, all that anxiety has been addressed. Okay, general advice. Judgment. Fates. Judgment. Oh, yes. So, working more on your love life. Yes, maybe unburdening yourself, sometimes in a literal fashion in this case. You know, mitigating the stress level. You might have a venting moment. It may be necessary. Others, you're literally called to leave the place that you're working at. Why? Because it's not beneficial to you any longer. It no longer serves a purpose. And I don't mean that it doesn't serve a financial purpose. I mean, for your overall well-being, it does no longer serve a full purpose in that function. For those of you that are still in your current workplace for the month of October, and things have turned around from a toxic working environment, and we're now going back the other way. This is going to have some divine intervention on this. You know, it can't rain all the time. It's okay. Things will improve. So as much as we had, 3-4 months where things were difficult, October seems to be your pivotal swing moment. So let's see what November holds. Between worlds. Yeah, just because that pivotal moment happens does not mean it's going to happen overnight, but it is a transition that's going to fully happen. So, that pivotal moment in your workplace may have started towards the end of October and will complete itself in November. So don't expect to see that full change in the month of October. It seems like it'll finally transition all the way in November. Finances. We have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Oh boy. We have no game plan. And going into holiday season, not having a game plan is to your own detriment. That could potentially come back to bite the big one. So please pay more attention to your finances. Okay. Career, we have the Fool in the reverse. So for those of you that left a job, if you did not find one to replace it yet, it seems like you're still not replacing it yet. If you did have something to replace it, you're not off to the best of starts at a new workplace. For those of you that never had the transition from one workplace to another, that it was just the shift in the environment at the workplace. Like I said, don't expect that full transition all the way. There's a bit of a little false start, a little bit of a delay in that. Like I said, it feels like the energy switched in October, but the full transition won't happen until sometime in November. So there's a little bit of, did it change? Did it not change? It fluctuates on a daily basis, so don't expect it to be full on. Love, they gave us 2 cards. We have the Lovers reversed and the 8 of Swords in the reverse. Okay. So for some of you that are in a relationship, you are literally ending that relationship. You are freeing yourself of that connection. Very much so. For those of you, you're having trouble with your love life, whether that is trying to meet somebody new, whether that is finding the one to date, whether or not that is managing your relationship that you're in, and connecting to ways to navigate that, to get what you desire, to move, think, and feel the way you need to, it is difficult. That connection is not hitting you right. So you're a little out of sorts. I almost want to say off balance. What's our general advice? The Moon and the reverse. Yeah, things being revealed. Okay, things coming to light. For some of you, that's the fact that your relationship is over. Or that you're not able to find solutions very well. You're not connecting very well. And as much as there's an energy shift here with your career, The truth will out in time. Like I said, there's a delay. There's a little bit of a false start. Like I said, it's like it wavers for a bit. Back and forth from day to day. So it will right itself eventually, and you'll know the truth of it, that has transitioned. Things will be better. But it's not going to be right away. Definitely not right away. Okay. And we've made it all the way to December, and remember, this was the month where you had the most cards, so we'll see what comes up. Serendipity for your overall energy. So a stroke of good luck. Yay. Maybe even some spontaneity with things like your love life. That would actually be nice towards the end of the year and the holidays. They did give us 2 cards here for finance. We have the 9 of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. I actually like that. So at least you have a stroke of luck with your finances. So using what you got and using it wisely. And of course, in December, a lot of us are doing the whole Christmas gift giving and planning parties and doing the holiday stuff. A lot of get-togethers. So you're getting some spontaneous insights on how to budget on a dime. Oh, okay. Well, we'll leave it that there. Budget on a dime. Okay. And career. They did give us more than one card for career. We have 2. We have the 6 of Wands and the Star. Yeah. Well, like I said, that you got that shift. So, stroke of good luck. Yes, everything comes through. Everything outs. And by December, you realize things are getting better, and you end up being hopeful again. You have that renewed sense of success. Not only are you doing better in your career, but if you work with other people, you're realizing that you can successfully play off each other, work together, and get things done without, heavy mitigation or anything like that that would be a pitfall. For those of you that were one of those that transferred to a new employment, you no longer have that false start. Instead, things actually level out, and you start realizing how much you enjoy your new job, and you're hopeful that that continues. And for any of you that left a job and didn't have another line of employment lined up already, you actually have the success at finding a new job. Your hope is restored. Your faith in the universe is restored. So there's probably an offer of employment or a successful interview to that effect that comes your way, and you feel good. Love. We have 3 cards for love. So let's see what we have. We have the Queen of Swords in the reverse, the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse, and the 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. For those of you that are in a relationship, I feel like there's this need for more. Whether that's you wanting more or the other person wanting more. And to be honest, it feels more like you're uncertain with what you give. Granted, you give a lot. You give as much as you can. So if the other person asks for more, it's like you're questioning whether or not you can give that. Or you feel the need that maybe what you're giving is not enough. Okay. And whether that is your time, or perhaps with, you know, the budget on a dime, it could be that you're just regretting not being able to give, you know, a more expensive gift, not being able to, you know, spoil the person you're with. For those of you that are single, it's like there's no one that you see worth giving your heart to, worth giving your attention to. And that's okay. It's not like it's harming you in any way. And that might be for the best. I mean, if you're single and you're looking and there's just no one there that interests you, even if you doubt whether or not that is a good thing or a healthy thing, that's okay. It's okay to be by yourself. And they give us 3 cards for your general advice. We have the Ten of Wands, the Strength card, and the Hermit. Yep. Obstacles, challenges are there to empower us, so we gain confidence, so we learn, so we grow. They also have a purpose, and you've had quite a bit here. A large roller coaster, actually. So to strengthen yourself, you might have been put through quite a ringer for the year. Probably a lot more than what you wanted. I'm getting that you never get more than you can handle. Okay, and they're pointing out the star and the Hermit's lantern. Light in the darkness. Yes, there is something of value, something worth it anytime you go through an obstacle, whether that is a grain of truth or, you know, a lesson that is more valuable to be applied later. It may not be instantaneous. Or just a new version of you. You becoming more, you know, shedding the layers of skin. That way you shine brighter. You know, forged in the fires. Tempered. Okay. I will say that's quite an interesting year, Libra. And that is all I have for you. So if you did find that this reading resonated with you in any manner, by all means give me a big thumbs up. That way I know you resonated with the reading. And if you feel comfortable enough, go ahead and shout at me in the comment section down below so I know exactly what those items were. And if you like this kind of content and you are not subscribed, by all means go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell in the bottom right hand corner. Feel free to share the video anywhere online. I truly appreciate those that do. It does help the channel grow. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you later. Bye.